YouTube, what is up, guys? Fahros here with y'all again, and this time we're in the Warzone called the Civil War, Alderaan Civil War. As you're looking at the map right here, hopefully you can see my cursor. These three little plugs are points that you want to hold in the battleground, and it's pretty much as simple as that. Once you capture a point, which you do by clicking a little control system next to it, one of these turrets will turn on the enemy ship, which you guys see right across from us, and begin firing at it. And the ship's HP are up here at the top. Instead of just having like resources like you would in WoW Arathi Basin, this is like a little more of a cooler idea, I guess. You know, you're firing on an enemy ship as you control a point, and each team's ship, starts with 600 HP. When one gets down to 0, they lose. So that's how you win the battleground. That's how this battleground works. I'm level 50 now, as you guys might see. This is my finished spec. I ended up just filling out Lightning Barrage like I said I was gonna. This is the spec I'm working with right now. It seems pretty decent for Lightning. I'm still waiting until I can pimp out some gear with some more Surge rating. But that's a whole nother story. Getting gear in this game for PvP is kind of crazy. If you guys were wondering, what you do is you get Warzone commentations for doing BGs, right? And then from this little PvP vendor, there's one in the fleet too. You spend your Warzone commendations on Mercenary commendations, and then you can buy these champion bags with Warzone and Mercenary. So you wait until you have like 200 of each. It takes a while to grind up. Then you can buy a bag, and then the bag will give you tokens that you can use to purchase gear. I know, it's crazy, right? Or the bag has like an RNG class or an RNG chance to give you gear on its own. So it's really confusing. I'll go over that more at a later date. If you all are still confused about that, I'm even still like, what the fuck? Why is it like this? But as you guys see, this is another live commentary, and you see me going for mid right off the bat. I think mid is the most important point because it's pretty easy to defend and attack your two side points if you have control of mid. Like right now, you see this guy's casting. I'm going to go back here and knock him off of it. If I would have let him finish cast, he would have definitely got mid. Right here, this little thing that my mouse has a little glove over right now, you have to cast on that thing in order to take control of the point. So if you're trying to fight for a point, always make sure you're mindful and aware of what's going on at the little, what's it called, command center. Because if you lose track of that, they can easily sneak a ninja on you. So always got to be mindful of that. It's looking like we might be able to take... What is this guy doing? He's just backpedaling around. I'm going to ignore him if he's going to ignore me and try to take the point behind him. This is the kind of shit you guys got to do. If you wait until everyone's dead, their respawns are going to be here, and, you know, you're not going to get the point. But since I took the time, instead of just killing people, to try to attack it, and gave my team the opportunity to CC the other guys and kill them before they could attack me, which they did, we got the point off that. So, and this BG... Once you get 2 points, I think it's really hard for the other team to come back. That's one of the things I don't really like about this battleground, because I have to tell you guys, unless our team really fucks up, we'll probably hold these 2 points the rest of the game and win. You know, like that's just kind of how this goes. It looks like someone might be assaulting over there. That's a big no bueno. But I want to make sure we hold mid, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and help kill this guy. Yeah, they did get our other side point, but to be honest, since we have mid, I'm not extremely worried about it. I think we've got a large force going over to that side point right now, so that's another reason I turned back. I just wanted to make sure we hold mid. Because look, you can just walk right up and go around the side here and be like right over there, and we've got a couple names over there. Man, maybe I should go. See, it's tricky because you can... Like, my teammates are randoms. I'm solo queuing Warzones right now, so I can't really count on any of these guys to stay and defend. But look at this. It looks like we're actually ninjing the side point. Whoever's doing that is going to get a shout out because that dude's a boss. What's your name? Reeve. Level 49 Reeve Sniper. He doesn't have a guild? You should have a guild. Oh, no, you've got one. I just can't see it, huh? Unless that's your legacy name over there. But he snuck a quick ninja for us, so that's nice. That made the other team allocate some resources to that point while our real force tries to get this side one again. I wouldn't went over there, but I seen like 3 guys, and as a lightning sorcerer, you guys, you really want to like stay with your team and stay sort of in the back. I know it sounds kind of like a bitch thing to do, but And I'm actually going to go to the side point over here because no, they're not even attacking middle whatsoever, and we do need 2 points to win. Oh, this is not good. What is this guy doing here? Oh, he's getting this buff. Go ahead and drop down, stun. And if you guys were wondering, like, kind of how Lightning Sorcerer works, I have 2 abilities that I want to use every time they're on. Wow, my interrupt just didn't go off. That's disappointing. But yeah, there's 2 abilities I want to use almost every time they're up, or I have a proc for them, and that is Force Lightning and Thundering Blast. If I put up my dot, Thundering Blast automatically crits. It hits like a fucking truck. And then Force Lightning does quite a bit of damage as well. So sort of what I do right now in PvP anyway is I'll dot somebody right off the bat, like this guy, I just dotted him. I'm using Thundering Blast. This is going to crit him for 2.4k. That's pretty decent. And then I Force Lightning. I threw in, you see me, like my filler ability is Lightning Strike though, which is like my bread and butter nuke. Lightning Strike procs instant chain lightnings for you. It procs mana regen for you. So you sort of weave I want to make sure I get the names right. You sort of weave lightning strikes in between everything else that you're doing. And then when you can go back to using Force Lightning or dotting and using Thundering Blast again, you go back to that. So it's pretty much like, Thundering Blast, Force Lightning, and then weave lightning strikes in between all that. And of course, you know, that doesn't include things like your stuns and your knockbacks and things, and your CCs and things you do, you know, just whenever you need to. I'm just talking about your DPS rotation as far as the PvP goes. We're not going to take this point. This is actually not turning out as well as I wanted it to. I'm not sure where my team is or what they're doing right now. I know there was a couple guys over here and they definitely stacked their defense, so we weren't able to take it. And now we're all just trying to run away, which I'm gonna end up dying. I should probably just turn and fight. Bastards. Okay, so as you guys see, it's not all sunshine and rainbows every time I go into a war zone, but I'm gonna try to pull this back for you. It's kind of cool when you're flying into the map. You can sort of look over the map and see where everyone is. So like, I see we've got a decent force going towards and you can also open up the main map, of course, but wow, why is that guy not capping middle? Okay. Got sort of lucky there. By the way, again, make sure you rebuff yourself and turn on sprint every time you res, because that shit does not come back on its own. Just a quick tip I like to give you guys. Oh, this is looking like a crazy ass battle. I'm slowed. Yeah. Tab is so bad. I hate having to click my targets, but tab is horrible. Popping cooldowns. I'm gonna try to blow some kids up right here. We took the other side point though, so that's awesome, and we're keeping them here instead of defending their other point. So we had like a double pronged assault going on apparently. That worked out nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and fight here until I die, just because the longer I stay alive here is the longer these guys are here killing me instead of at another point trying to get back in the game. So totally done with that. I'll even run around here, try to line of sight, get some heals off. You're stunned, and I'm still alive. I'm just wasting time here, dotting kids up. Maybe even, wow, we might even triple cap here, because they're gonna be, no, that was a good try though. Taliman, whatever your name is, was a good ninja there, because I was low health. They were really trying to get me. And I'm still alive some here, you guys. Like, never get discouraged and never just let yourself die. As you've seen, I was down to like 9% health earlier. And I could have easily like given up and been like, oh, I'm going to die in one more hit. I ought to just stand here. But no, I sprinted away, line of sighted, tossed myself one heal, stunned the guy who was coming at me. And hold the phone here. We did get the triple cap. Oh, come on now. Dots don't, I always forget dots don't tick right away, so they don't interrupt casting on points. I'm finally going down there, but yeah, that was an impressive length of time to stay alive there on such low HP as a lightning sorc. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I think that was a pretty good play. I know I'm not like massacring that many people this Warzone. We'll see my damage at the end. But, this is looking like we turned it around like I thought we were going to. We got 3 points right here. You can always check and see how many points you have. Like they're turning one around right now. It'll be this one that they're all at in front of me. But yeah, the green ones are ours, the red ones theirs, obviously. And again, you can see the ship's HP up there. But yeah, man, so lots of craziness going on right now. I gave you guys a little... I've been talking about the gameplay quite a bit. I've been talking about Lightning Sorcerer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should be telling you about. I sort of told you what abilities I'm using. I'll try to give quick tips as I make videos and you know, maybe give you guys some insight if you're playing Sorcerer or whatnot. But don't overlook using Force Slow either. It's, you know, it's got a 12-second cooldown, but it's 50% slow and it's instant. So pretty much anytime I'm moving, if I'm not allowed to cast, if dude's right on my ass, whatever, I'll be putting up afflictions on people and I'll be force slowing people, which is the ability I'm mousing over right now. So definitely don't overlook that. And another thing not to overlook, like sometimes I do, you know, pretty decent damage in a Warzone, and people will be like, Fahros, how are you doing that much damage, dude? Like, you know, I'm your same class, I'm your same spec, but I'm not doing that damage. What are you doing? And all I tell them is these cooldowns, recklessness, polarity shift, and I have a relic that are all DPS cooldowns, right? I didn't have sprint up like a fucking noob. Sorry about that, guys. It's moving really slow there for a second. It's a lot harder to I shouldn't make excuses, but it is commentating does take a little bit of my focus away from the game, but that's all good. But anyway, what I was getting to was, what I tell those people is I pop my cooldowns, like I'm gonna pop them all right now, and I'm gonna just wreck some kids. So the polarity shift, the recklessness, and the relics are huge in making you do more damage. I mean, I pop them every time I get into like a good situation where I know I'm going to be able to sit and cast and just like bust out my skills. I don't know why this guy's saying he's line of sighted. I got what? Did you guys see that? And now he's back? I don't know what kind of shenanigans that was, but it was like target's line of sight and he's right in front of me, and then he just straight up disappeared and now he's back. But we lost middle. No. How'd we lose middle? Oh no. See, that's... Maybe I should have stayed middle, but it looked like there was a huge amount of people here, so... Alright, we got it back. It must have just been a ninja and they took care of it. Yeah, but cooldowns, use them every time you think you're going to be able to make use of them, pretty much. I mean, it sounds common sense, but a lot of people just neglect using all their cooldowns and their big abilities. It's like they save them for some big moment, and then that big moment, you know, never comes, and they end up, by the time they use them, they could have used them 2 or 3 times instead of just that one time. So highly recommend just spamming your cooldowns. It might sound like might sound scrubby even, just like spam all your best shit all the time, but that's how you pump out the most damage. And I mean, every little thing you do in a Warzone, it's like having a ripple effect, you know? You can like take down one big guy, and you know, he could be like the backbone of their team, and even though you don't realize it, and you're just like, well, I killed 1 guy out of 5 there, but you know, that guy, and since he's not alive anymore, could go on to not heal somebody to keep somebody alive later on, like he would have otherwise. You know, you don't know. So I don't feel bad about not saving my cooldowns for like ball carriers or anything. Like, don't get me wrong. In Hutball, like I'll use them on the ball carriers all the time. But if I don't have them up for like a ball carrier or something, it's no big deal in my mind, because I've already fucked somebody's day up with them before. And I just don't like letting them go to waste. So if you're a damage dealing class in Warzones, you're trying to pump out crazy damage. Wow, that guy got knocked up there. My number 1 tip would be make sure you use your cooldowns and your relics. And pick up some relics. If you don't have any and you don't know where to get them, I would just check the auction house, or I would check your dark side and light side vendors in the Imperial Fleet, or you know, wherever it is you go for your main town, because that's where I got one of mine. Let's check the stats here. I did top damage by quite a margin. I did 170k. Closest guy did 100k, 107k. He wasn't on my team. Closest guy on my team did 96. So I lost track of time there at the end, you guys. I'll go ahead and let's see. I do like MVP and healers. This guy did quite a bit of healing. I'm gonna go ahead and give him my MVP vote. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. Like I didn't get any MVP votes, even though I top damage by a huge margin and helped, you know, take points. You know, it's just people don't give a shit. People just like, this guy got a random ass MVP vote. I don't know why. People either MVP their friends or MVP healers. That's healers are who I see get MVP the most consistently. And like this guy was top healing on our team, so makes sense. Yeah, I MVP people that do top damage every once in a while. Like if we don't have a healer, I'll normally MVP the guy who did top damage if he did a lot, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people do, like I did 170k this Warzone, and it's because a lot of the time I was running around and you know, I even like defended a teeny bit. But there's people like who can do Hutball that'll do like 270k or like 300k. It's fucking nuts, and I give those guys MVP because they just run around wrecking everybody all day. So hopefully this was a good first look at Alderaan Civil War for you guys. I tried to get a little more in depth as far as talking to you guys about the class itself and kind of the things I do. That battleground, I'm not gonna lie, it is my least favorite. I think it's kind of boring. And it's because, like, once I explain to you guys that there's, you know, 3 points and you're controlling the points, like, once you get 2 points, you're just, like, running around between your 2 points and you're killing them. And, yeah, there was a couple assaults that game where, you know, we'd run and have to go get a point, but it wasn't the most, like, exciting thing in the world. So there's not too much craziness to talk about, and you don't even get to do too much, like, crazy plays because since there's only 3 points, there's a lot of people at any given point that you're going to. So if you're like trying to assault, you're doing like 1v5 and you're pretty fucking hard pressed, as my class anyway, to do anything elite 1v5, you know, or even like 1v4. Fuck, dude, even like 1v3, you're like, you're not being able to do too much stuff. Like 1v2 maybe, like I could CC and control a guy while I killed the other, but you're really hard pressed to do anything really like spectacular in that battleground. So it's not one of my favorites for that reason, but hopefully the commentary was entertaining to you guys nonetheless. I will be watching this and putting this up if it turns out okay. I hope it did. If you guys liked the video, give it a like. If you really liked it, give it a favorite. And until then, the next Warzone, there's only 3 in the game right now, so the next one I'll be bringing you guys is what's it called? SWtoR. SWtoR's the last one I'll be bringing you guys, and then I'll just be like giving you guys random commentaries here, random commentaries there, just about Warzones, you know, Ilum PvP, World PvP, whatever. So yeah, and I'm actually saving clips for a montage, like my first PvP actual video. I'm gonna put some music on it, and so that'll be cool. I think I've been saving up clips since I've been 50 for that. I think I even started at 49 really. So I've got about 10 or so clips saved up. They're just, you know, a couple seconds apiece. So yeah, that's what's on the horizon for you guys. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all later. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.